the president of the great country of Venezuela, where they are attempting to get on with building a magnificent country on the northern end of South America. Based upon the teachings of Simon Bolivar, the great forward-looking thinker who looked forward towards a world where there were no masters and slaves, where equitable, free, hopefully liberal democracies could exist that were not driven only by the profit motive, and where the governments looked after the people as well as the ruling classes. Venezuela, which is that country that Nicolas Maduro is the elected president of, and where that Cuatro came from, which is one of my proudest possessions, I have to say, is struggling at the moment because it is under boycotts, economic boycotts by the United States of America, playing the bully. As it always does, and trying to convince Venezuela that it should give up the ideas that a government should represent the people. Ideas, I may say, that might be adopted in the United States one day. Obviously, they're not at the moment. At the moment, the government of the United States pays allegiance only to the ruling classes and the plutocrats. Who own and run this great, great country, the United States of America. In Venezuela, in contrast, the country is run for the benefit of all the people of the country, and in consequence, the enormous value of the fossil fuels that lie just beneath the surface of the country is owned by the people of Venezuela, and other people want to get their hands on it, which is why there's all this nonsense with Pompeo sending gunboats into the bay of wherever it is in order to, and also accusing Nicolas Maduro of being a drug runner, a drug trafficker. Has nothing to do with Venezuela at all. All the cocaine comes from Colombia, which is in the pocket of the United States of America, and the United States of America entirely controls all the policies in Colombia. So if they're against cocaine, and frankly cocaine is an absolute side issue in everything, but if they are, they should speak to, is his name Duarte, the American he's not American, actually. I'm sure he's Colombian, but... So please leave the people of Venezuela. Oh, I know why I was making this video. It had more to do with than just Les Paul and Nicolas Maduro and these two beautiful, beautiful musical instruments that I have here. I know what it had to do with. There is a petition out at the moment saying, hands off Venezuela, call off the sanctions. Pompeo, Pence, Trump, this whole administration, remove all the sanctions on Venezuela. There is, if you haven't noticed, a pandemic on the earth at the moment, and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people, the carers, the people who actually look after us, the nurses, the doctors, the drivers, the deliverers of groceries, all of the people all over the world. Actually provide a service are doing their best to cope with this pandemic. You are doing your worst to make it worse. Leave the Venezuelan people alone. Remove the boycotts. Allow them to try and to treat their people and to look after the Venezuelan people who are our brothers and sisters, and we should all be looking after. So I just signed the petition about half an hour ago, which is why I came in here to make this. It's not a tiny video. It's quite long now because once I get started, I'm very hard to stop. By the way, I'm doing an interview tomorrow night. Is it tomorrow night? It's tomorrow Monday. Anyway, it's on Monday. A Rolling Stone interview with some guy. I don't know who he is, but I promise you I want to discuss all of these issues because these fuckers are trying to destroy the world. Pompeo, Pence, don't forget those names. These are crazy lunatic people who are trying to destroy the planet that we live on. Not just for us, but for our children and our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, and all the generations in the future. So we have to stand together now. And part of that standing together is to stand with the people of Venezuela.